I take it you're Neva's new recruit? Ah, you must not be used to pirates being so cordial. But in the heart of New Atlantis, we have to do our best to keep up appearances. I can't afford to be as rough as some of our cohorts. It's bad for business. Don't we all? Let's try not to be each other's wrenches. SY-920 is one of my regular stops, so I already have the necessary approvals. Neva says you're after a piece of UC tech. So to get it, we're going to need to get you on board. I can do that, but I have conditions. Rules help establish trust, and I can't work with someone I don't trust. If I can be candid, for this job to work, we'll have to do this my way. We take my ship, and you're a member of my crew. But make no mistake, once you board, the risk is entirely yours. This route is highly lucrative, and sacrificing it is not an option.
Do not mistake us for amateurs. We will get the job done without sacrificing your route.
I appreciate the confidence. I just want to remind you, this job calls for more discretion than your usual swashbuckling adventures.
There's more at stake than just your route. We're determined to get on that station, with or without your help.
I realize this is important to Delgado. I also know he would just as soon kill me to get what he's after. I'm simply setting boundaries to help protect my interests, while still serving Delgado's.
Well, at least you're upfront about it. I've worked with folks who'll say they got your back and leave you holding the bag.
Exactly. Telling you now will prepare you for what's to come. There's no safety net on this climb.
Sounds like just another day in the office. We really should upgrade our safety standards.
Being able to adapt under pressure should serve you well. In any case, when you're ready, meet me at my ship. It's the Jade Swan. And make sure you're prepared for the long haul. Once you're on board SY-920, you can't come and go as you please. I'd like to, but I need to keep a low profile. In my experience, the more people know about you, the more they have over you. I thought you might. You're a pirate after all. But it takes one to know one. Anyways, I appreciate the small talk. Delgado's crew aren't usually so chatty. But let's keep our focus on the mission. We can swap bar stories and share scars when we've got enough creds to buy the bar and fix the scars. We'll talk more on the ship.
Hey,
All right, a few things to note. When we get to the checkpoint, UC military will be hailing us. Let me do the talking. Pretend you're a piece of cargo if you have to. Of course, I don't expect it to be.
Even I can keep my mouth shut if the occasion warrants it. What? I'm serious.
Right. I don't anticipate them boarding the ship, but even if they do, they won't be looking at the crew. Then try biting your tongue. Literally. We can't afford any screw-ups.
We could have him stand in a corner. Doesn't work for my daughter, but who knows? Maybe it'll work here.
Better that than standing in the corner of a prison cell. Good. Say nothing and let their minds fill in the gaps.
Got it. Keep to ourselves, blend in, and shut the hell up unless spoken to.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. My job will be to put you in a situation where no one even knows you're there. Pretend you're a piece of cargo if you have to. Of course, I don't expect it to be.
The less talking all of us have to do, the better.
You'll get no argument from me. It'll be hard enough explaining why I have 2 new crew members. Then try biting your tongue. Literally. We can't afford any screw-ups.
If it is likely to expose us, then we should perhaps make extra effort to remain silent.
Delgado sure can pick them. Good. Say nothing and let their minds fill in the gaps.
Arguably a good philosophy for more than just this mission.
I'd say so. There are times when you have to put on a show, but that's more for new clients. Of course, I don't expect it to be.
Rest assured, Delgado put us on this job for a reason. We're professionals.
Well, that might say more about the rest of his goons than it does you, but point taken. Then try biting your tongue. Literally. We can't afford any screw-ups.
The last thing we want is an entire UC station full of armed guards questioning our presence.
No, that would be bad. Although, not as bad as what the fleet will do to us if we come back empty-handed. Good. Say nothing and let their minds fill in the gaps.
As long as we aren't actually stuffed into the cargo hold with the rest of the crates.
You'll have the same accommodations as my crew, provided you follow the rules. Of course, I don't expect it to be.
And if it is, we'll just blame Delgado. You know what they say, it all starts at the top.
Ha! I doubt he'll see it that way, but I'll keep that in mind. Then try biting your tongue. Literally. We can't afford any screw-ups.
Well, keep in mind whenever there's an awkward silence, someone has to fill it. Those are the rules.
Maybe on your ship. But remember, on the Jade Swan, we go by my rules. Now, good. Say nothing and let their minds fill in the gaps.
Hey, a crate of cargo can still have personality, though, if you add enough flair.
Let's try to keep our bags colorless and boring, then. Now, like I said before, once we take off, there's no turning back until this job is done. If you need to take care of anything before we leave, do it. If you want to ask me any other questions, go for it. Don't take too long. Neva isn't paying us to sit idly.